morning. When Bill Garrett approached me and asked if I'd like to share reflections on an Advent theme, I told him yes. He asked which topic I would like to speak about, and I responded, hope. Truthfully, I chose it because it is the Advent theme that I find the hardest. It's the one that I find the most complicated, and I wanted to understand it. Love, I've been lucky enough to experience it. The constant companionship of my dog, Daisy, shows me what it's like to love unconditionally. I try to model that same acceptance and compassion for others. I've been shown that same kind of love here in the check-ins from many of you. For joy, I know where to go. I find it in a baby's smile, the laughter I share with my friends over Zoom calls, and in the precious times we've shared in person this year. I find it in theaters, in that magical moment when the house lights come down and the audience can applaud. Peace, I can put my finger on those moments, somewhere in the quiet of my solo hikes up Baldpate Mountain, or waking in the middle of the night with freshly fallen snow covering the earth. It's an unshakable stillness that's truly not of this earth. But hope seems thin these days, and it's not hard to understand why. Look around. The planet is warming up. Our black and brown brothers and sisters are denied their humanity at every turn, especially in the court of law. Folks denying science toss around conspiracies and fail to protect the least among us. It seems that anyone simply paying attention has felt that despair over the last 20 months, if not longer. I was overwhelmed with despair last year. 3 weeks after my monthly chemo infusions ended, the world shut down due to COVID-19, and I became a bubble of one. That summer, the oral chemo I started sent my liver enzymes skyrocketing, leading to an emergency pause in treatment. That fall, I was fired from my job as an elementary school teacher for refusing to teach in person. I spent Thanksgiving alone, and then Christmas. Hope might have been out there for others, I thought, but not for me. As a cancer patient, the word hope has been weaponized against me countless times. As a result, I angrily wrote it off as a naive product of the prosperity gospel. Usually, the people around me talking about hope were healthy and working contently from home. More than once, others suggested that I was diagnosed with my rare tumor to help others. As vaccines rolled out and others came alive with the hope that they could return to normal, I had no normal to return to. Others, most not acknowledging my pain, insisted that I simply must keep hoping. As I reflected on hope these last few weeks, I think that was the problem. I believed that the hope they spoke of did not apply to me. When we grieve, our heart shatters. It cracks and bruises because the hurt is unimaginable. We know this. We call it heartbreak. But what I've come to believe is that the next part is just as important. Your heart grows to fit that pain. It expands so wide that suddenly it encompasses not just you, but everyone who has ever felt that kind of suffering. It becomes the empathy that connects us all. I never wanted a Disney World hope or a wish upon a star. I needed a hope that's seen some things, a hope that looks upwards with cheeks smudged with dirt, a hope that's as scarred and as broken as me. I want that hope which wedged itself in the crevice of the box, holding on with all its might when Pandora unleashed all matter of pain upon the world. I simply don't trust a hope that's not earned. Lucky for me, Advent offers just that kind of hope. Advent hope is rooted in the unimaginable courage of a Jewish teenager living in one of the most dangerous times of human history who said yes to God. A girl, barely a woman, not to forget her betrothed, who bore the rumors and social shame of standing by his pregnant, yet virgin, girlfriend. Advent hope began at a time when a tyrannical king, obsessed with his own power, slaughtered children to secure his reign. True, while many biographers believe the massacre of the innocents to be a bit of a myth, I think we can all agree. The love of power and its dangerous implications is real. We have seen it in action. Advent hope started with a baby born to die. A baby who grew to become a man, who challenged the status quo, who asked us to love our neighbor, and who told us to think before casting stones. A man that would know his own suffering, betrayal, and the unthinkable, and endure them with his humanity instead of his divinity. All of this hope was forged in the fire of pain. So maybe I was right. There isn't hope for me because hope is not that narrow. There is hope, however, for all of us, and that's more than enough.
Emmanuel, Emmanuel, his name is called Emmanuel, God with us, revealed in us, his name is called Emmanuel.
Thank you, Christina. We now enter into that time of our togetherness where we share openly, honestly, our hopes, our joys, our sorrows. Is there anyone who